Mohs Ostentatienne Opera Sedan 1967–79. Bruce Mohs was obviously a visionary, anticipating future automotive trends long before they took root. That probably explains why no one actually bought any of his Ostentatienne Opera sedans back in 1967, it was just too far ahead of its time, although I could well see the Beatles driving a psychedelic painted one in their Magical Mystery Tour movie. It had all the requisite features of a blinged-out Escalade, a genuine truck chassis by International, giant 20-inch wheels, over-the-top styling and gobs of bling and gold. But the Ostentatienne went even further than that, it had such an overwhelming presence, one that would make it the ultimate look-at-me mobile today. Maybe its time has finally come. Mohs owned a seaplane service company in Madison, Wisconsin. Just how he happened upon the idea that the Ostentatienne Opera Sedan is a matter of wild speculation, but then LSD was still legal in 1967. The Ostentatienne was built on an International truck chassis with a 119 inches wheelbase, and measured a massive 90 inches wide, 69 inches tall, 246 inches long, and weighed some 6,100 pounds as best as I can tell. Its front axle was also a truck solid beam unit. The Opera Sedan must have been a leisurely affair, as it was powered by a 250 horsepower 304 SID V8. Seems to me that the Ostentatienne deserved to have had the really big 549 SID big International V8, now that would have done the massive hood justice. The only entrance was a fold-up central rear door, which allowed heavy steel girders to be placed on the sides of the body as a safety feature. The actual seating space for such a monstrous car is not all that generous. But the visibility is splendid. Given the lack of real pillars, the roof appears to be cantilevered. Mohs was a bit obsessed on safety, which explains some of the protuberances and such. But the cantilevered roof probably didn't give much rollover protection. But there's genuine walnut on the dash. There's also 110 volts power, a fridge, and other amenities not customary in mere automobiles, like aisle lights. Sick. Maybe that's something seaplanes have, to light up an island? The prototype, still owned by Bruce Mohs, was looking something less than ostentatious after being stored for decades, so in 2009, 2 Wisconsin high schools undertook a restoration. The 20-inch truck wheels are very obvious without their wheel covers. And the Mohs is still riding on its original 20-inch white wall truck tires, good luck finding replacements for those. But the Ostentatienne Opera Sedan is roadworthy again, and Bruce Mohs can once again ply the hoods of Madison in the style that he is accustomed to. I'd suggest keeping the speed down a bit, given those 47-year-old tires.